Welcome to Mystery Chronicles. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It was the day after Christmas in 1996. 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey, a beauty queen in the making, was found dead in the basement. Her life, full of sparkle and promise, was cut tragically short. This wasn't just another news story. It was a mystery that gripped a nation. The question on everyone's mind was simple but haunting. What happened to JonBenét? The JonBenét Ramsey case wasn't just about solving a crime. It was about trying to understand the darkness that could penetrate the seemingly perfect facade of an American family. The media frenzy surrounding the case was relentless. Every development, every theory, every whisper was amplified, dissected, and debated. Years have passed since that Christmas in 1996, but the fascination with JonBenét Ramsey hasn't faded. The mystery of her death continues to intrigue, puzzle, and frustrate. JonBenét Ramsey, a successful businessman, had built a life many would envy. His wife, Patsy Paw Ramsey, was a former beauty queen who had won the Miss West Virginia title in 1977. Together, they had 3 children. John Andrew, their son from John's previous marriage, and 2 children together, Burke and JonBenét. The Ramseys were, by all outward appearances, a picture-perfect family. However, beneath the surface of their seemingly idyllic life, there were hints of complexities within the Ramsey family dynamics. JonBenét Patricia Ramsey, born on August 6, 1990, was a bright and energetic child who captivated everyone she met. Her mother, Patsy, recognizing her daughter's potential, enrolled her in dance classes and began entering her in local beauty pageants. JonBenét's success in the pageant circuit was undeniable. However, JonBenét's involvement in pageants also drew criticism. The Christmas of 1996 was a joyous occasion for the Ramsey family. Their Boulder home was adorned with festive decorations, the glow of Christmas lights illuminating the neighborhood. On Christmas Day, JonBenét was showered with gifts, including a brand new bicycle and a collection of dolls. Little did they know that this seemingly idyllic Christmas would be their last together as a family. The Ramseys' Christmas Day, 1996, began like any other, filled with the joy and excitement of the season. The family attended a Christmas party at the home of Fleet and Priscilla White, close friends in their Boulder community. JonBenét, dressed in a festive red velvet dress, was the center of attention, charming the other guests with her infectious laughter and playful spirit. It seemed like a typical end to a festive Christmas day, but within hours, their world would be irrevocably shattered. Christmas morning dawned bright and clear in Boulder. Patsy Ramsey, rising early as usual, made her way downstairs to start the coffee and prepare for the day's festivities. As Patsy descended the grand staircase, her eyes were drawn to a sight that sent chills down her spine. Lying at the foot of the stairs was a 2.5-page handwritten ransom note addressed to John. John Ramsey, awakened by Patsy's terrified screams, rushed downstairs to find his wife in a state of utter panic. Overcome with fear and desperation, Patsy made a frantic 911 call at 5:52 a.m., her voice trembling as she reported JonBenét's kidnapping. The operator, attempting to glean as much information as possible, asked a series of questions, but Patsy's responses were fragmented and overwhelmed with emotion. However, amidst the chaos and confusion, a crucial detail emerged. The ransom note, which had been clutched tightly in Patsy's hand just moments earlier, had vanished. The arrival of the Boulder Police Department at the Ramsey residence marked the beginning of an intense and highly publicized investigation that would captivate the nation for years to come. The scene that greeted the officers was both chaotic and perplexing, filled with inconsistencies and unanswered questions. The house, while showing signs of a possible break-in, seemed oddly undisturbed. The ransom note, lengthy and oddly specific in its demands, was written on a notepad found inside the house. From the outset, the investigation into JonBenét Ramsey's death was plagued by missteps and oversights. The chaotic nature of the initial response, coupled with the intense media scrutiny, created a pressure cooker environment that hampered the collection and preservation of crucial evidence. Friends and family members were allowed to move freely throughout the house, potentially contaminating crucial evidence. The lack of a thorough initial search of the property also meant that JonBenét's body remained undiscovered for several hours, further compromising the integrity of the crime scene. Hours after the initial 911 call, John Ramsey made a horrifying discovery in the basement of their home. While accompanying two friends who had come to offer support, John stumbled upon JonBenét's lifeless body, concealed in a small windowless room. JonBenét was found lying on her back, her wrists bound above her head with a cord, and her mouth covered with duct tape. The discovery of JonBenét's body in the basement sent shockwaves through the investigation. As the investigation progressed, forensic experts painstakingly analyzed the evidence collected from the crime scene, hoping to uncover clues that would lead them to JonBenét's killer. Handwriting analysis of the ransom note failed to conclusively link the writing to either John or Patsy Ramsey. However, investigators noted similarities between Patsy's handwriting and the writing style of the ransom note, raising suspicions about her possible involvement. The significance of the paintbrush, however, remained a point of contention among investigators. the media frenzy surrounding the JonBenét Ramsey case was unprecedented. The combination of the victim's age, the family's affluence, and the baffling circumstances of the crime created a media storm that engulfed the small town of Boulder, Colorado. The Ramseys, thrust into the national spotlight, found themselves at the center of a media circus. The intense public scrutiny and the constant media speculation also had a profound impact on the Ramsey family. The Intruder Theory suggests someone outside the Ramsey family broke in and committed the crime. Signs of forced entry and a broken basement window supported this theory. A suitcase beneath the window suggested an intruder's entry point. Unidentified footprints and a ransom note added to the suspicion. However, the lack of struggle and unclear motives remain problematic. The family theories propose that someone within the Ramsey family was responsible for JonBenét's death. These theories, fueled by the Ramseys' sometimes evasive behavior, have captivated public imagination. One theory centers around Patsy Ramsey. It suggests she may have accidentally killed JonBenét in a moment of frustration. Proponents point to similarities between Patsy's handwriting and the ransom note. Another theory focuses on Burke Ramsey, JonBenét's older brother. It suggests sibling rivalry or accidental injury during play. Proponents point to Burke's age and behavior as potential red flags. However, no concrete evidence implicates either Patsy or Burke. Both have maintained their innocence, and no charges have been filed. Despite over 2 decades of investigation, countless theories, and relentless media scrutiny, the murder of JonBenét Ramsey remains one of the most baffling, unsolved mysteries in American history. The lack of a definitive suspect, the abundance of circumstantial evidence, and the constant media speculation have created a perfect storm of ambiguity and intrigue. The case has been plagued by a series of missteps, both by law enforcement and by the media. The initial investigation, hampered by failure to secure the crime scene adequately and a lack of coordination among investigators, left many questions unanswered and fueled public distrust in the authorities. The media frenzy surrounding the case, while understandable given its high-profile nature, also contributed to the confusion and speculation. The constant barrage of headlines, speculation, and often sensationalized reporting turned the tragedy into a public spectacle, making it difficult to separate fact from fiction. Despite the passage of time, the JonBenét Ramsey case continues to capture the public's imagination. New theories continue to emerge, old wounds are reopened, and the quest for answers continues to fuel books, documentaries, and countless online discussions. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey transcended the realm of a local crime and became a national obsession. The case struck a nerve with the American public, tapping into deep-seated anxieties about the vulnerability of childhood, the dark side of suburbia, and the relentless pursuit of fame and perfection. The image of JonBenét, a beautiful young girl with a radiant smile, became tragically iconic. Her story, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the randomness of violence, captivated the nation and sparked a national conversation about child safety, parental responsibility, and the role of the media in shaping public opinion. The JonBenét Ramsey case also highlighted the often flawed nature of the criminal justice system. The investigation, marred by early missteps and hampered by intense media scrutiny, exposed the challenges of solving complex crimes and the potential for public pressure to influence the outcome of investigations. More than 2 decades later, the JonBenét Ramsey case continues to resonate with the American public. It serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition, the power of the media, and the enduring human need to find meaning in the face of senseless tragedy. In 1999, a grand jury in Boulder, Colorado, reviewed evidence in the JonBenét Ramsey case. After a year, they decided not to indict John and Patsy Ramsey. The decision shocked the nation, leaving many wondering if justice would ever be served. Advances in DNA technology offered hope in the JonBenét Ramsey case. In 2006, forensic scientists developed a full DNA profile of an unknown male. This profile, distinct from the Ramsey family, suggested an intruder. The DNA evidence breathed new life into the investigation. Officials entered the profile into databases, hoping for a match. As of 2024, the murder of JonBenét Ramsey remains unsolved. The unknown male's DNA profile, while offering a tantalizing clue, has not yet led to the identification of a suspect. The case, though officially classified as a cold case, continues to generate public interest and periodic bursts of investigative activity. Over the years, numerous individuals have come forward claiming to have information about the case, but none of these leads have panned out. Amateur sleuths, armed with internet forums and social media platforms, continue to dissect the evidence and propose new theories, but the truth remains elusive. The JonBenét Ramsey case, the tragic reminder of the vulnerability of childhood and the enduring power of unanswered questions, continues to cast a long shadow over the American psyche. The quest for justice, though seemingly stalled, persists, fueled by the hope that one day the truth will be revealed and JonBenét will finally rest in peace. The case serves as a stark reminder that even in the age of advanced forensic technology and relentless media scrutiny, some mysteries may never be fully solved. The JonBenét Ramsey case continues to challenge our assumptions about justice, truth, and the limits of human understanding. The JonBenét Ramsey case remains a haunting mystery, a tragic intersection of childhood innocence and media scrutiny. Despite years of investigation, the truth remains elusive, fueling endless speculation and public fascination. The case underscores the media's power to shape narratives and the enduring impact of unresolved grief. The JonBenét Ramsey case became a defining media spectacle of its time, and the case had all the elements of a gripping true crime drama. The media covered the case relentlessly, shaping the narrative and influencing public perception. The relentless media coverage fueled public interest, but also had its downsides. The constant speculation created a media frenzy that overshadowed the pursuit of justice. The case became a cautionary tale about the potential for media access to hinder investigations. Despite the passage of time, the JonBenét Ramsey case continues to cast a long shadow over the media landscape. The case has been the subject of countless books, documentaries, television specials, and podcasts. The enduring fascination with the case speaks to our collective desire to make sense of the senseless. The JonBenét Ramsey case foreshadowed the rise of true crime as a dominant genre in popular culture. The case captivated audiences and paved the way for a new wave of true crime documentaries, podcasts, and television shows. The case highlighted our enduring fascination with crime, justice, and the search for truth. The JonBenét Ramsey case serves as a potent reminder of the enduring power of mystery and the complexities of truth-seeking. It is a case that continues to challenge our assumptions and remind us that some questions may never have definitive answers.